still do that. There's a bunch of other. So in 10th edition, they got rid of the psychic phase. Well, okay, hold up. Let me get done tweeting out about this, and then we can talk about Warhammer nerdery. All right. Let me do the thing like we're starting a stream. Hold on. Hello, how are you guys doing? We're just doing some Dishonored DLC, and now we're switching over to Warhammer 40k Boltgun. It's a Warhammer boomer shooter. This is just a heads up. There are no good guys in the Warhammer universe. There's just the side you fight for. So, you know, don't think about it too much. How's the rebranding coming? I'm stuck. I can't figure out how to do some of it. I don't know what to do to my logo to improve it, but I want to. Alright, so adjust until Darkest Skull is barely visible. Chat, is it barely visible or should I turn it up? It's visible, I think. All right, I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit. Subtitles on. Looks good. This game contains explosions and flashing lights. It may not be so. Okay. Oh, I like that. Like. Oh, it is a Ultramarine hand. That's cute. Options, controls, gamepad. Okay, we're not doing that. In fact, I'm gonna okay, it is unplugged. Good. That's an okay riff, man. It's not great, but it's okay. All right. Low, medium, hard, exterminatus. All right. Charge, launch the enemy. Okay, so why are you telling me this? I can't change these things. And changing the difficulty does not change that. Oh, okay. Maybe it's like depending on what character you are. I see. It's basically Doom. There's appointment to Greya. Okay.
Nothing, once touched by the hand of chaos, remains untainted.
Let me know how
you are under the dominion of the Ordo Malleus to assist my investigations into a world that has already felt that fell influence. Greya has been under the close watch of the Inquisition since the Grim Skull War. The Forge world remains largely secure, but we have picked up concerning energy readings in the surrounding system. I have my suspicions, although we have not had sufficient time to pinpoint the origin of these foul energies. While most of the planet remains unaffected, it is my belief that rogue elements within the Adeptus Mechanicus may have been experimenting with a surviving fragment of Inquisitor Drogon's power source.
Okay.
Your mission is to assist me in locating a fragment of the power source. While I consider this threat extremely serious, your superiors have seen fit to second only a handful of you to my supervision. In the absence of a larger force, we should pray to the Emperor that this does not develop into a more dire situation. This servo skull will guide you.
Banger.
In Commodus here is one of the few sanctified and preserved from the purging of Drogon's heretical archives.
Okay.
Together, you will search sites where communication has become sporadic. Should you encounter any opposition, you may assume they have been tainted by the ruinous powers. Suffer not the heretic to live. While I continue my investigations aboard the Crown, you will be deployed to a habitation zone we lost contact with several cycles ago. You should assume the situation to be extremely hostile. Beware. We do not know how far the taint of the arch-enemy spreads.
The Codex Astartes calls this moon over Steel Rain. Battle brothers! Alright, so the plot is that I'm helping out someone whose job it is to specifically root out small chaos bad guys, and now I'm there to get the MacGuffin. That's basically the plot. Is I have to go get the MacGuffin, and there's a lot of bad guys. I have to shoot them with gun. Anyway, Vortex Grenade tears a hole between real space and the warp. Beware its devastating power. Cool. Yeah, GW just throws its license where the fuck it wants, so you end up getting some, like, really just awful Warhammer games. That Warhammer chess game, what was it called? That one sucks, don't buy it. Shoot the heretics, get the thing. There's not a lot of plot important stuff that you miss there if you don't Warhammer. Okay, I guess we fucked up. Everyone's fucking dead. Medicaid item located. Just pick up health. Apply change sword to heretics. Press Y. A chain sword, for those of you that don't know, it's literally just a sword that is a chain sword. I mean, it's pretty... And these are based off of the models. I own these models. Leap across barriers with space. This is an Aegis defense wall, pointed the wrong way. Good job. I mean, that one, I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess they're setting up to try and fight. But yeah, I was talking about it during the end of last stream. They took out the psychic phase for 10th edition. It's basically just going to be rolled into the shooting phase unless if it's an on datasheet ability. So, for instance, Weird Boys have the on datasheet ability to jump people. V, you say? And what's that gonna do? It's probably for other guys. Ones that can take more than one hit. I mean, these are just like cultists. Missing key. Okay. Do I not have a gun? Did I drop onto this planet without a gun? I see. Is there a crouch? No. Yeah, I don't think a guy in power armor and a giant revving chainsaw. Hey, it's a Boltgun. Holy relic bolter. Emperor provides. Emperor protects, all that jazz. Except for when he doesn't. Oh, okay, cool. So you can always use your chainsaw with right click. I'm gonna turn it down just a hair. Sorry about that. A relic bolter. That's fancy. Let's see what the spread's like. Let's shoot the Aquila. All right, I'm gonna try and get the neck. I mean, that seems pretty accurate. There's like no spread. And so now I drop down and I'm not gonna die? Weapon strength over target toughness. I'm not reading everything you're saying. It's kind of fast. I'm also in the middle of something. Utilize the holy weapons. Okay. Purge all heretics. Sure. The game's real quiet. I'm trying to get it good. No fall damage. It's a boomer shooter. You're right. You're right. Oh, maybe it's like a combo thing. Not entirely sure why it's telling me to press V. It might be related to the fact that they die almost instantly, so like revving into them or something doesn't need to be done. Leave with E. Okay, cool. Mountain batteries. The trail through the mountains leads to habitation zone. Planetary defense batteries align this route. As you heretics find your way into the hab zone, purge and shoot everyone. Continue forward. I love how stompy I sound. So I assume that because it tells you, like, oh, you can, you know. Huh. And the armor is called Contempt. Of course it is. Aw, what a cute little nod that is. My face is my shield! Is that a fucking decimator? God, that's way bigger than I thought it was. No, that's gotta be like a Warlord Titan or something. I don't recognize the gun. Is it a Vulcan? Or a Volkite? Oh, we're gonna have to fight that. That's gonna be rad as shit. Yeah, pretty accurate as far as like Stern Guard versus Cultists. Like a Stern Guard can absolutely body every single Cultist on this planet by himself. Look at it again. It kind of like the arm kind of looks like the decimator arm that people actually use. It's got to be some sort of like Titan. Whatever it is broken. I don't know how much shooting you really want me to do, Boltgun? I should probably check out the grenades. Well, that's pretty good. Forge worlds have 9 households. Well, this is Graia, right? That's like an actual like planet in the 40K universe. It's the you could pick it as your fucking home world if you play Adeptus Mechanicus. Speedruns for this game are gonna be rad as shit. War Master Titan. I'd believe that. Took more bullets because he was an actual proper Chaos Space Marine, but man, he is just not. So I bet you the reason that I'm specifically a Stern Guard is that you probably, after you beat the game, can be like maybe a Terminator or yeah, the tech priest said that she was given a handful of Astartes, which means that there are other Astartes here, which means that, like, yeah, probably once you beat the game, you get, like, other unlockable characters. They're Black Legion, for whatever that's worth. Why aren't Word Bearers? You know what would be a fucking great game? First-person shooter involving Night Lords as the antagonist, and just get real fucking horror and doom about it. Oh, they're starting to friendly fire. That's cute. Secret discovered. This is kind of just the way I was going. Oh, I have some sort of buff. It doesn't really explain what it does. It seems like I'm not taking damage. This is the God Skull equivalent from... something like Doom. My face is my shield! Secret? That seemed like the way to go. What are you talking about? Where am I going if not here? Cultist champion takes a couple more hits than usual. My bolt gun is now strength 5. Where are you seeing that? Oh, yeah, down to the bottom right. So that just means it does more damage. Cultists are toughness 3, if I recall my Warhammer, which I do because I play CSM, so I'm gonna have a lot of cultists. I only have 10, never mind. They're toughness 3, and then Marines are toughness 4. So like a strength 5 bolter is gonna like shred both pretty equally, theoretically, depending on how many wounds they have. Cultists more or less just stand places where it's safe to do so. When you're playing competitively, they just stand on a backfield objective and it's like, yep, I'm holding that objective real good. There's no slide. It feels like there should be. My gun is now glowing with fire. It's probably from that buff I got. Yeah, yellow whatever just means I can climb it. I think it's funny that the default poses for the enemies are like whatever their model looks like. Am I out of ammo? No, I've just already reloaded. Okay. Lesser Plague Toad. That's not even a model anymore. They got rid of Plague Toads. But yeah, I'm not sure how armies like Grey Knights and Thousand Suns are gonna like the changes to the Psychic phase, in that there isn't one. It also seems like they might have actually figured out how to do Morale phase. And Chaos Knights have a lot of that. Well, their smite spam will be their shooting attack now. But they'll probably have additional abilities. Like I said, like, you know, Weird Boys can, when they're attached to a unit, yes, we're bringing back that, can have a chance to basically roll a litany on a 2-up, they get to teleport them. Both Plasma and Psychic attacks have the same, like, rolls 1 to perils thing. Powers of the Catan don't count? Yeah. Speaking of which, I want to say Chaos Knights basically get a Power of Catan ability? You know what? Just fuck that room. We'll come back to that in a minute. There's not really a friendly race. The closest I think you can get to friendly is like Tau, but they're gonna brainwash you and use you to like do their murdering for them. So, not really. But yeah, there's no more denying, which is nice. It's meant to speed the game up. They're trying to simplify a bunch of stuff, and getting rid of the psychic phase is one of those things. Tau is not really friendly. They're still using people, but they're a new race, so they don't really know anything about anything. Orcs are having fun, so, like, I don't know. There's no good guys, but I'd like to see the orcs win. Because then at least everyone's having a good time. Well, everyone who's still alive. Oh my god, how did you know I was about to call? Hello? Okay. It was a psychic. I was about to call them. I feel bad for, I mean, I kind of accidentally picked 2. That's a nice little tooltip. You're going the wrong way, asshole. Yeah, this definitely seems like a game that you could probably still play even if you're not into Warhammer and, like, get what's going on. I don't know. Is any of this confusing to anyone? Like, do you get it? I have a gun. There are bad guys. I have to go get the thing. I don't even know really what the thing is. Shoot gun. If you see something, it's a bad guy because this whole planet sucks ass now. That's what the Inquisitor was saying at the beginning there. I don't know who I missed. Sector Imperialis. The streets are quiet, too quiet. The stench of heresy abounds. Looks like the local militarum defenses did not fare well. Descend it through the hab, purify it as you go. Melt a gun, penetrate surfaces. Yes, it does. It penetrates everything. That's the point. Taser goads. What kind of weapons do you think they gave me? I don't have a fucking taser goad. Taunt? Yeah, that's good. Dedicated one-liner key. I have some of those. Hey, I don't have any of those. I should probably get some. Oh, did the blues come from the pink that I killed? Where are the brims? We don't do that. Perceived lack of reverence of this location may be considered heretical. Do you want me to fix it? Because I can't fix heresy. I can only purge it. That's... Is chaos a deity or an ideology? Chaos is a pantheon of deities. 4 of them. Well, 4 major ones. There's some minor ones. Don't worry about it. But the main ones are Nurgle, which are the little toad guys, and Sickness and all that. Zinch, which are those guys and the pink ones. Who's all about wizard shit and trickery. Korn, who's all about blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. You've probably heard that before. And then Slanesh, who's about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Until you die. Oh yeah, it does split. That's really cool. Yeah, when you kill a pink, it splits into 2 blues. Which is what it should do, but they didn't bring the brims. I mean, that's fair. It's kind of annoying. That you would get 2... Oh, my strength of my bolt gun went down because it's a new level. Chaos doesn't really want to make the world better unless if you consider more chaos to be good. Darktide is all about Nurgle demons and such. Like, all the Chaos Gods have, like, that kind of Satan thing where you can make Faustian bargains with them, but they're only gonna accept if you're, like, actually worth the time. And most cultists aren't. Most Space Marines aren't. What's this? Oh, okay, yeah, that'll do. A couple Primarchs are worth it. How the fuck do I get there? I see. Is there an opposite? Say an order of balance? Not really. Not in 40K anyway. Can I like tear down the banner? Like surely it's something I need to do. Like this place should not be having these chaos banners all over the fucking place. Like look at this one right here. You got 2 Zinch banners just chilling. Destroy? No? Okay. In Sigmar, there are good ones. They've deified the Emperor to the point that he's become a god. So that's a thing. Beliefs have manifestations in the warp. Basically, like the collective consciousness of everyone in the universe causes things to change, right? Where am I going? Orcs were all infused by their creator, a random fucking who gives a shit god, to be minorly able to access the warp. And they did that so that way, there it is, they could get rid of them after they were done using them. But it kind of went bad for everyone involved there, and so they kind of like didn't turn off their science experiment, and now orcs are just continuing to just do the thing they were programmed to do, which is all out fucking war everywhere. Ooh, got an extended mag. That'll help. Oh no, that's not what that is. Holy shit. They are actually sprites. These are, you know, 3D objects, but the enemies are all pics things. This game looks neat. How is it so far? It's a boomer shooter, you know, it's fine so far. It's kind of doing, someone mentioned, what was it? Cultic? It's kind of got that vibe. I remember when these were broken. Flamers, another thing of Zinch. Again, it's a demon, so you shoot it with your gun. But I have 6 of these guys. It feels like a modern Doom concept. Time does slow when you right-click to chainsword, but it doesn't stop. Did I ever play Proteus? I don't know that one, no. I think we probably will get to bigger demons. I would love to see some like daemon engines. I want to fucking see a Defiler, a Lord Discordant, something big, you know? Give me a Bloodthirster. Oh my god, a Bloodthirster would be great. Lord of Change seems more likely right now. But I'll take it. I'll show you all my dudes that I painted later, but... I own most of the enemy models in this game, and they look exactly like the characters in the game. There's a sad boy outside my door. What's my favorite creatures or characters? Dude, that's so fucking hard. I really like orcs. I really like chaos. Don't make me choose between my babies. I play a different legion of bad guys than these guys, but I mean, like, the vibe's kind of the same. I played Word Bearers, which are like, what if Jehovah's Witness summoned demons? They show up to your fucking planet and they're like, hey, guess what? Have you heard the will of chaos? Because you're about to be nailed to a fucking statue until you understand what I'm talking about here. I don't really understand what the V is supposed to do here. The only way that I know I'm going the right way is that people keep showing up to shoot me. Oh shit, it's a Terminator. I have one of those on my desk right now. You can kind of stun lock enemies in this game, which is a bit silly. That model is very hard to understand, like, what it looks like IRL, but... The flamers from the side make more sense, but it's kind of hard to tell what you're looking at in that image. I mean, my bolter is just better. I'm trying to use a diversity of weapons, but it's strength 5 and the shotgun's strength 3. Maybe the shotgun does better at close, I guess. Maybe it's like a chaff killer, and you use the bolt gun on the big guys. So yeah, rules thing. Pink horrors, when they die, have a chance to split into 2 blue horrors, which is just 2 more guys you gotta deal with. And then, not in this game, but in 40K, blues can then split into a pair of brimstone horrors each as well, which are just tinier, less useful versions of the same vibe. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to use the shotgun on, like, cultists and then the machine gun on everyone else. Anything that can die to one shot to a shotgun, I use the shotgun on. I like how flamethrowers have an auto ABS. I did not know. That's really funny. I don't know much about cars though. Purging begins. Yes, yes it does. What do I purge? Over here, I would assume. We're bringing back universal keywords, which is big news. Yeah, it's kind of weird that flamers have abs, considering they have no need for them, but I don't know. Zinch. Don't ask why Zinch does stuff. Oh, Jesus. Zinch likes to fuck over his own plans so he can have more plans to have plans about. I'm dead. Whoops. Do you still have the High Lord of Terra brap? No, I don't, unfortunately. I see it. Just gotta figure out how to get over there. I can't do the long jump, but maybe I can come up this way. Because there's like an invincibility thing over here. So the Holy Knights save us humans from our very Earth. They save all the planets that, well, when we say save, we mean we continue to make it so that way that the Emperor controls the planet, which is not a great situation in and of itself, but don't worry about that. Yeah, it's been 10,000 years since the Emperor died, and they've got him on life support. And so now they're just sort of like, I don't know, we can't turn it off, because if we do, he might die, and I don't know what happens. We don't know if he's immortal or can come back to life if he dies, so we'll just keep him on life support. And, yeah, they still haven't worked out what to do for 10,000 years. And as a result, they picked up this book that said that the God King was, you know, a god. And they're like, yeah, that sounds right. So they started worshiping him, which was expressly what he did not want. And in fact, the Word Bearers, like Primarch, the guy who started the Word Bearers, the guys I play as, wrote that book. Is that a fucking plasma gun that I've been blinding on this whole time? Yeah, let's take that. That was basically like the Emperor's whole beef with the Emperor was, or the Emperor's whole beef with Logar was like, hey, fucking stop worshiping me. And he's like, listen, you can tell the future, you've reunited the entire galaxy under your banner. Like, you live forever. Like, how are you not a god? And the Emperor was like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. What would happen if the life support thing did fail? No idea. That's why they don't do it. Silent Martyrs. The only available route is through the Habs Mausoleum. Tread carefully through the sacred bones. Who knows what spirits you might awaken. Use big guns to kill big guys is what that said. Nerdlings. Yeah, we got a bit of a Nurgle thing going on over here. Nurglings are little fellas. We're the good guys in 40K. We don't do that here. Everything sucks. We're just men. We're just normal men. Oh, they even got the one that has the little helmet on. That's adorable. I'm not scared. Okay. The game is very pixely. Like, it's meant to be. Like, this guy's a 2D sprite. What key did I get? Red door. Got it. It's a little rough on the bitrate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not really sure what I can do about that. Does anyone know anything about streaming? And know how I can make the bitrate not suck as much? I guess it's just if you didn't get the shotgun earlier. Well, since he's stuck in the wall, we can kind of just look at him. I feel like I've got it, my bitrate pretty high. Nurgle is the god of life and death. That's the simplified way of putting it, basically, yeah. But it's all life. Not just, like, human life. Like, disease. And he sees them all equally. So, like, a virus's life is as important as a human's. So you just propagate all the viruses all at once. The Nurgle stuff, I think, is the only thing that I don't have miniatures of. So I can't show you guys those later, but... And I'm pretty sure plague toads aren't like a model anymore. I think they legit just got rid of them. I'll show you my plastic army men in a minute. Yeah, the Eisenhorn series will be coming out on hopefully Netflix and not their stupid Warhammer Plus thing. And I'm so excited for that. Nick Cavill's gonna be in it. He's helping direct it because he's a huge fucking Warhammer nerd. I hope that he's Eisenhorn, but if not, you know, he could be like a Custodes. He probably wants to be a Custodes. There's gonna be a show. They haven't made it yet, but it's gonna be fucking banger when they do make it. Hopefully. I hope it gets a lot of people into the hobby so they can enjoy it too. Henry Cavill, the most recent Superman. Yeah, plague toads haven't been a thing since 2017. That sounds right. I remember the guy, I went to a tournament and he had like a fuck ton of them. That's cute. They're mooning you as you go around the corner. Well, I don't think it was Hollywood actors can't have hobbies. I think it's worse than that. I think it's like grown men can't have hobbies. You're just supposed to suffer and die. I'm sorry. Is there someone else? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's the first bit of lore that's totally incoherent if you don't understand what's going on. God, the Nurglings are so fucking annoying. Nurglings are just happy little fellas. Oh, that's a big plague toad. What the fuck? Excuse me, I'm doing something. Fuck off. Yeah, I think that's why they added the little helmet dude. You see him every now and then in these hordes of enemies. Like how it saved me mid-jump. The sassy little Nurgling is like a fan favorite. Yeah, can I show that on screen real quick? Real official model. Sassy Nurgling. Let me get it so you can see. This guy. You'll see him running around every now and then. And he's just on the base of the Great Unclean One, right? He's just a little fella. Well, doesn't like the Greater Unclean One have like Nurgling assistance? Look for the purple Nurgling. I'm a Nurgle convert. Yeah, I mean, you could play Darktide if you want to see more Nurgle shit. What happens to people who, you know, worship him. But he does have little fella energy. Oh, the 1 pixel of life thing. I'm dead. There he is. Was. But I mean, Nurgle honestly has a lot of fun. He's the god that has the Slopperty Biopiper as one of his, like, heralds. It's just a demon dude who goes, dude, you're dead. Dude, I'm having a good time. Dude. Floppity Bilepipers also tells jokes that kill you. I did not know that. That's amazing lore. So he must tell dad jokes. What's the over-under on there not being any Slanesh representation in this game? Because they don't know how to make the Daemonettes not sexy as fuck. Is there partial nudity in this game? Hold on. Let me go to the Steam store. What is this game rated? That's why I'm checking the rating to see if it has Slanesh in it or not. Let's see. The boy? There's a boy outside my door. He's asking for food. I can't figure out what the rating for this game is. Boltgun ESRB. M. For blood, gore, and violence. No Slanesh stuff. Confirmed. Either that or they covered up the tits, which does not make Slanesh happy. Where the fuck is everyone? I know that Big Toad's not dead yet. There he is. All right, that guy's dead. That'll make my life a lot easier. Yeah, someone was like, we could probably make Warhammer, but just make it Doom. There's the sassy fella. I know I left some health stuff over here. Cool. Where's my Tyranid centered game? Well, it's mostly called 9th edition. God damn it. Space Marine 2 probably is about. Okay. For people who don't think that Tzeentch is a meme lore, one of its highest ranking demons, Kairos Fate Weaver, was granted future sight and past sight, but as a prank, Tzeentch made it so he can no longer see the present. Yeah, that sounds right. Tzeentch is a bit of a shit. He's one of my favorite gods. Like, Khorne's pretty straight up with what he's gonna do to you. Nurgle as well, but Tzeentch, you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. Maybe nothing. If you've watched The Town of Nowhere, the Home Depot entity is largely based off of me reading a book that is about Tzeentch and his plans to fuck with this planet. And I was like, that's a cool concept. That really should be how Tzeentch works. That is how gods should work. Which book was that? It was an older one. God, what was the name of that one? I'd have to look it up, but listen to some dude on YouTube read it. Something or other chaos. That doesn't help any. Let me look it up. Not Eye of Terror, though that one was good. Pawns of Chaos, that one. How much of this is canon? What do you mean? Like, the stuff that I've been saying? Like, all of it? Warhammer started back in, like, the 1980s. There's a band that's called Boltgun that started in, well, they had an album that came out in 1989. Tzeentch is canon, yeah. The main four gods are canon. There's a fifth one that was a main god for a while, but then they kind of Ken Penders the situation and lost the rights to him, so they just stopped referencing him at all. True facts. Named Malal or Malice, but I know nothing of the Horned God. Like, I don't play Sigmar, so. Yeah, Vastor is not a main Chaos God, though. He's still a minor god at best. Why is this so hard? Where are they all coming from? Fuck, I'm out of health. Massive overkill for those guys. Die! Jesus fuck, man. What Gear is referring to when he says Rev rolled a 1 is that if you roll 1 when shooting on a 6-sided die, when shooting a plasma gun, you just fucking die because you overcharge it. Or if you're a hero, you take significant damage. I think part of the reason I'm taking so much damage is I'm standing where they spawn. I should stop doing that. That being said, like, 1 in 6 chance to die, and usually you want to keep someone nearby who tells them, like, hey, aim better, stop fucking it up. There were, like, excessive hit modifiers in the first edition of Warhammer I played, so if you ran, shot at a plane, or shot through some smoke or into a, you know, a situation. I can sprint, that's a good point. I should do that more. Anyway, you could get multiple minuses to your roll, so if your roll became equal to or less than 1 after multiple minuses, it would also be counted as a 1, which meant that fighting in the dark gave you like a -1 to hit in 8th edition. So it was a very funny thing that if you shot someone in the dark, your gun had more of a chance to explode. You can't really melee the Nurglings. Like, the lock-on hit thing doesn't always work. All right, who's around? Just the one guy? I'm partially probably the reason that 8th edition, or 9th edition and on to 10th edition, players like me who figured out this strategy. There's a strategy, okay. Warhammer nerd moment. So, if you shot at a plane through smoke after running, and you fired both guns, like you had an underbarreled shotgun plus like, you know, machine gun on top, those would all give you minuses to hit, right? So if you overcharge your plasma gun and then you do all of those things, that's like -4 to hit. So if you roll anything between 5 and 1, you explode. I would fill a car with guys. You need to roll a 6 not to die in that very specific situation, right? I would fill a rhino, which is a type of vehicle, with dudes that just want to murder. And then I shot that plasma gun at a plane for the express understanding that it would blow up the vehicle they were in and fling them towards the enemy. And this was excessively fun and very dumb, and now there's a limit on how much you can do that. That was the first time that someone was like, you should play orcs if you're gonna play like this, and I'm like, you know, you're right. Yeah. I basically introduced rocket jumping to my local meta. Oh yeah, you can Overwatch only once per turn now. I'm telling Gear this mostly because Gear used to play. You can now Overwatch not only once per turn, like you could in 8th through or 9th onward, but also you can Overwatch in phases that aren't the charge phase. You can Overwatch during your opponent's move phase, which is hilarious and probably not going to be a huge problem for me as a combat-oriented player, like Melee. Like, if you can see them and they move, then you can Overwatch them. Also, you can Deep Strike turn 1 and potentially Deep Strike on your opponent's turn with a stratagem. So once per turn, you can Deep Strike a guy on your opponent's turn. There will be no ramifications to this ruling. Where is everyone? Like, I kill one and then more are there. Like, am I doing this wrong or are there just a fuck ton of enemies? What? I was about this game until this segment, and now I'm just like, bruh, come on. Like, I've won. They have nothing left. It's dregs. Please stop. Fuck you! Jesus fuck, man. Hey, Bro Bold, how you doing? Can we progress now? What? Why? I have every key but the yellow key. Is there a map or something? So tab switches your weapons. I could have shot those guys earlier, but I wanted to just see their little dance or whatever. I think that when you get into those, like, purge everything here parts, I think there's specific enemies that matter, and everyone else doesn't. And I'm tempted to say that it's an infinitely spawning rehorde, or horde, until you killed the right guy. Which is gonna be some big dude or another. Oh, please don't make this another combat arena. Jesus. Fuck! Let's fucking go. All right, who's shooting at me? The only lock-on in this game is the right-click chain charge thing. The game is very smooth. It reminds me a lot of, gameplay-wise, reminds me a lot of Doom. Was it 2016, 2017? Fuck off with the lesser plague toes. Jesus Christ. The purge rounds are a little excessive. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, please just stop. And so right now I'm ignoring everyone except for I'm trying to find who the big bad that I need to kill here is. Ah, there he is. Okay, we got another Terminator. Terminator's just the same thing as a regular Chaos Space Marine, except for he's trusted to have better, cooler armor. It's heavier, makes him a bit slower, but it's the good shit. Not to say that Space Marine armor isn't good. I mean, you can see the punishment that this guy is going through. They made him T5. That's interesting. I think that's what they are in the new edition. Oh yeah, I've been nerding out a lot. There's no fucking apology this time. Like, a lot of the time I'm like, people probably don't want to hear me talk about Warhammer. But if you're watching this stream, you're interested in Warhammer shit enough to watch me play this. So I'm gonna fucking talk about Warhammer a lot. I'm gonna nerd out so fucking hard. It's literally a Warhammer game. Go off, King. Exactly. Heretical patterns detected. Relic in the reliquary? That's probably not good. Let's where we keep our good shit. Speaking of, where the fuck is that? Oh, there's this whole downstairs area where there's like healing and armor and fucking goddamn. All right, well, whatever. Hello? Are you telling me to go this way? We're backtracking now? Are we backtrack in this game? I'm not getting any more enemies. I'm gonna assume that's a no. Is that a chainsaw cutlass? It's a chainsaw sword, but yeah. There's also chain axes, which is like the same thing, but there's a chain sword or chainsaw on the end of a like axe. What kind of Marines are there in this game? Just regular Chaos Space Marines. Martyr's Crossing. A bridge connects the Hab to the Magistrate's Bastion. It's been heavily fortified against demonic invasion, but is no longer under Imperial control. Yeah, no shit. But there are guys who just like, there is a Chaos Space Marine Legion that's just entirely dedicated to each of the Chaos Gods. Mortarion, I don't like wizards. The wizard of the Death Guard. Magnus, I did nothing wrong, of the Thousand Suns. Angron, who would have expected me to be an angry motherfucker of Khorne. And then, where the fuck am I going? It looks like they're Black Legion Chaos Space Marines based on their color pattern. Each Legion has its own like heraldry and colors. Black and gold is Black Legion. In 9th edition, what color you painted your dudes determined what abilities you had. Oh, right, yeah, I didn't even mention. Yeah, and Emperor's Children. I'm too sexy for my shirt, Fulgrim. Is the Primarch of the Slaanesh focused Chaos Space Marines. You can paint them like... Isn't Angron's anger kind of justified and based around considering everything? Yeah. I mean, you know, he was angry that his... I tell this story a lot, but the Emperor showed up at his planet to like, you know, basically conscript him to the war that he was supposed to be a part of. And Angron was like, look, I'll help you out, but I really need to make sure that my brothers and sisters who are also slaves with me on this planet are okay, and I can fight with them. And the Emperor was like, well, fuck you. I don't really care what happens to this planet, so we're leaving. Bye. Black Legion is Abaddon's boys, yes. And then it's like, Angron will remember this. The Emperor is a horrible father. You can compensate that he wasn't trying to be a father, but I mean, you know, maybe you should, I don't know, make sure that the guy who has nails inserted into his brain is all right, or the guy who has like a tendency to just murder people and use their skin as like, I don't know, IKEA furniture might not be okay, and then maybe you should like look into that guy. But I think that he just saw Angron as like he needed a berserker, and he was like, yeah, that's fine, we'll keep it around like that. Refusing to be a father when you are, I mean, he's not literally their father in a weird way that it's hard kind of explain, but like they're genetically modified sort of clones of him, or at least aspects of him. See if we can get pictures of all the different guys. So, all right. Nerd moment. There's a new model for Angron, so let's look at that. This is Angron, the Demon Prince of Khorne, formerly just a regular dude like, you know, everyone else. He's a very big dude. There's no model for Fulgrim, where we can look up, let's see, Magnus. Also very big. The pink horrors and stuff like that, that's his thing. Look at him in 30K. Yeah, he's less monstrous than this. This is like 10,000 years before and then after. Also, this is a fucking crime that these are almost the same price. Like, fuck that. And then, more Tarion. Am I spelling that wrong? Yeah, here he is. And then for the guys who leads the Chaos Space Marines that are like the Nerdlings and the Chaos, or the Toads and stuff like that. Pass? Wouldn't fuck? Look at the Loyalists too. Yeah, I'm trying to... Oh, and then Abaddon, he's not the leader, or he's not the Primarch of the Black Legion guys, but this is what he looks like. He took over after the Primarch for the Black Legion died. He's kind of undecided on which god he wants to go with, and he's trying to keep it that way. Abaddon keeps fucking up everything. I love his angry sword. Can I just put Lion in? Oh, can you not just buy Lionel Johnson, like, the new version of him? I guess not. This is the Primarch for the Dark Angels, which was both the name of the guy, Lionel Johnson, and the Dark Angels are a reference to a poem written by Lionel Johnson, a real person. Are based on a poem about being gay. Or a secret gay lover. Whoever like included Lionel Johnson as a character did not fucking get the subtext of that poem, and instead thought that it meant that he had some secret, deep, dark secret. And so they have this deep, dark secret that they try and hide from the other legions. Namely that some of them are still traitorous and they haven't cleaned up house yet. Lion's new model. Thank you. This is what he looks like now. He's got kind of DILF energy now. Wood. Who else is there? Oh, God. King Smurf. What's his name again? Rowboat Girly Man. I legitimately don't know how to spell that. And then this is the Primarch for the chapter that we're playing as. So this is the guy who tells me what to do. Very like, Roman, Greek order sort of thing. Show us the worst models. If I had to pick worst model, I would probably pick this guy. He's definitely up there. It's a very old sculpt. Oh, show us the baby carrier. Was it Grey Knight? Nemesis? Yeah. So it's a space marine, right? But he's hooked on sort of like a baby carrier to the front of a giant robot. It's very silly. God, what's the name of that? Like, is it Sister of Silence? Penitence Engine? Yeah. Penitence Engine's fucking slap. If I recall correctly, these are people who have failed the Emperor in one way or another, and usually, like, heretics, I think. And, they're just like, here's a giant robot, atone for your sins by murdering everyone and then dying. Not quite heretics, but they're really fucked up. I don't know a whole lot of Sisters of Battle stuff. This is fucked. A lot of, like, Warhammer stuff is. Arcoflagellants. Baby boy. Same sort of thing with these guys. These models are less sexy than the original one. The original models had more titty. While we're here, oh, do we not have the old Cultist box? I guess we don't have the old Cultist box on here. I'm not starving my boy. He has 17 minutes. He'll be fine. Organ tank. Sisters of Battle have like a nun vibe. There you go. Immolator. Church tank. Complete with nun behind stained glass barrier. I guess bulletproof stained glass. It's got some flamethrowers on it, and then you've got an aborted child flying around. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, no, in the 40K universe, we got to use all parts of the animal. I mean, person. Organ tank. Drive around and play the organ. It has out of line of sight shooting, so this is like a mortar tank. I've always assumed that the rockets come... I mean, I think these little white things are the rockets, so they come out of the church organ. Yeah, sure, AdMech. Adeptus Mechanicus is gender. So this is a guy riding a guy in a gimp suit who's been turned into a chicken. Because they did the AI thing once, and it was a really bad idea. And so they opted to never use AI again. But if you need to drive around a giant robot, you need someone to drive it. So they just hook someone up to it, and that's his fucking job now. What happened to the AI? You know, standard AI became sentient, etc., etc. Skatari? Reject the flesh. Become robot. Every portion of your body that is made out of flesh needs to be removed and replaced with robot bits. Flesh is weakness. Become stronger. Become a robot. These guys have doggos. Oh yeah, Skitarii are radioactive by nature, so if you're near them, you start dying. But we could look up Terminators. So, you know, obviously you've seen these guys running around a few times. Particularly this one, because he's got the big old autocannon. I have a collection of these on my desktop right now. Let's see, what else is there? Fuck, let me just get my camera out. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I know people are here to, like, shut up. Look at my Warhammer collection. All right, let me get the light on. Okay, so I haven't put the arms on these dudes for reasons. You basically just, like, want to magnetize them so you can put their arms on later. So there's one of my word bearer dudes. Word bearer's color is like blood red plus silver. This is still related. Yes, it is. Don't think I have any more chaos dudes just out. I'm working on some guys. Void Dragon model? Sure. This is my little case of Warhammer models. Let's see. Here's my Demon Prince. I kit bashed this one because the old one looked like ass. So I put this together from like random parts rather than using the official kit. Let's see. More Chaos Terminators. Got some regular Chaos Space Marines. Just dude with gun. You've seen a few of these dudes running around that I've had to shoot at. But again, the color is different because of reason. Got pink horrors, which you've seen a handful of at this point. Got like a bunch more of all of these models, obviously, because you can't just run one or two. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You put a few demons in a guy and you get a possessed. This is like a regular Chaos Space Marine who's gotten possessed by demons. And now he's got, like, spider arm. Let's see. We got... Ooh, Flamers. They're like in pluck foam, so these guys are kind of hard to get out because they're like so spiky. There we go. These are those Flamers that keep showing up. See, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on with the model, like, in the game, but they're kind of like C-shaped as they like flail around and shoot fire at you. 9th edition, they were very good to the point they had to be fixed. regular ass cultists. We've seen this exact model a handful of times. Any screamers? I think I do. I think I got some. I recall building them. I don't know where they went. They're somewhere in my bookcase. And then regular cultist again. This is the first Warhammer model I painted. It's not the best, but he's pretty okay. Fine enough. Alright, let me put all these dudes back. Now I can justify using these as a tax write-off again. Probably can only do that once. And that's why there was that random orc video that I put out. One where it was like, hey Jazzgen, thank you for the 2 years of support. Holy shit. By the way, this was a gift from my wife. This, like, box thing. It's like a birthday gift. Because wife good. Wife great, actually. But thank you for the 2 years, Jazzgen. It's very kind of you. Anyway, back to gun shoot. So you might recognize some of the models. I don't own any Nurgle stuff, so. Apologies for not having any of that. How's the game so far? I feel like it's like playable even if you don't play Warhammer. And it's fun. I'm enjoying it. This looked like it could have been a secret, but I think this is just another way to get up here. Here, have a grenade. No one? Friends? Oh, the bitrate's just fucky. I apologize for that. Could a potato PC handle this game? It doesn't seem very chunky. When the Word Bearers, the Legion that my guys were punished for their sin of treating the guy who keeps acting like a fucking god, like a god. It was the Ultramarines that came to say, no, shut the fuck up. You're more into Iron Warriors? That's fair. Pertarbio, I think, is a good Primarch. You just want to play with his fucking toys and be treated right and get the respect from working hard. The Ultramarines from Ultramar. Oh yeah, I've got some blue horrors. They're in there somewhere. I don't know. They look basically the same. I would love for Fulgrim to get a full release. Like, Emperor's Children be able to be like their own legion, like the other 3 Chaos Gods. It's gonna happen sooner or later. I forget the Legion numbers. Which one's the second Legion? You like the Salamanders? Oh, look at this guy trying to be nice and kind. Fuck you. That's a joke. Just like your Primarch. Oh! Where's he at now? Being tied to the back of a fucking ship's engine? That's what I would do to him. Just put him on the back of a fucking starship and fly around. Demon Primarch Fulgrim for 10th edition. I'm saying it's gonna happen sooner or later. I have a huge soft spot for Alpha Legion. Somehow not the Legion most associated with Tzeentch, despite the ones being most associated with trickery and deceit. Ferrus Manus, literally translated to Iron Hand, the leader of the Iron Hands. Some really good names. Conrad Kurz, the guy who's cursed to have a constant stream of possible futures, all of which look real bad. We got Mortis and Magnus in the same edition. Yeah. That was 8th, right? Or was that earlier? It was a fairly recent edition. Okay, so... Okay, it's entirely possible I'm bad at video games, but I get lost a lot in this game. Is anyone else, like, lost, or am I just stupid? Because everything kind of looks the same. That's kind of the problem with, like, using the random scenery terrain bits you can buy from GW. Is, everything looks the fucking same. Yeah, honestly, Cyphus Cain or, the Eisenhorn series are both really good to start with if you're wanting to get into Warhammer. Oh yeah, every Space Marine chapter, or at least all the ones that I can think of, at least all the Loyalist ones have like a defect that they are known for. And the Space Wolves thing is they become dogs. Grey-Eyed Stout? They're super cool guy pure, right? Unlike the other super cool pure guys. Ultramarines have a 5% chance to turn into an Excel spreadsheet. That's a very good one. Ultramarines' defect is that they're boring as shit. They unfortunately all have that. Alright, anyway, I'll be right back. I need to go feed the kitties, else they're gonna, like, burn the whole place down. The Imperial Fist, right, yeah. So, for the Imperial Fist, their doctrine, or their, not their doctrine, but their flaw, their genetic flaw is that, they like building walls that, Proturbio could probably take down super easy. And they're dumb. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. BRB. All right, I am back. Is it time to ask Rev about TTS, text to speech? I've not watched it, but I know that the guy who made it is a good dude, just from my quick interaction with him once. And then I know that Frederick Knudsen, Fat Nuts, was the voice of Drazar on TTS. I think he did some other roles, but definitely, like, yeah. There's someone who has been doing a salute to TTS on the subreddit for it for the past, I want to say 600 days. I'm not following that, like, subreddit, but I keep getting it recommended. Have I ever gotten the 40/40? No. Still haven't been able to do it. It's hard as shit. 39 out of 40 streamer. Yes. Unfortunately. Have I been here or not? Fucking hell, I can't tell. Okay, they're corp, but sometimes that means nothing. Oh, great. Time to purge the heretics again.
The Emperor's hand will touch you, and you will not survive.
Oh! Screamers of Zinch. It's kind of hard to tell what these look like, but they're manta rays with extra eyes and teeth. There's someone who's been doing a thing, and it's like 40K soundtrack. So there's like one song for each of the factions. I'm aware of, you know, if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device. I just haven't, like, watched it myself. Oh, wait, I got a heavy bolter? When did that happen? So I have to stand still to use the heavy bolter. Oh no, I can run and gun with it. It's just slows my movement. Okay. Are there any twinks in the 40K universe? I'm sorry, is someone trying to sell this as a fine art print? Get the fuck out of here. There we go. I mean, he's like 6 feet tall, so I mean, it's kind of hard to like, but I mean, like, Fulgrim? He's definitely a pretty boy. Oh, Eldar. Yeah, that's a good choice. I can't think of a single, like, named Eldar guy. Who's the guy that everyone takes that's, like, fucking good or whatever? Yeah, is this guy a twink? Eldrad. Yeah, that's who I was thinking about. That one didn't load, gear. But yes. Eldrad is who, oh. Eldrad, Warhammer? Yeah, there you go. He kind of just looks like a guy. And this is who Fred played? I thought he was playing, the other guy. That's just Joel Kinnaman. I don't know who that is, but, let me check something real quick. See if we can find the playlist that someone's been working on the 40K forums. There we go. This is on Grimdank, so it's got some shit memes in there, but these are the songs that the community has decided is the song representing each of these. So Adeptus Sororitas, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Eldari, Viva La Vida, which is like weirdly fitting, sure. Blood Angels, We Drink Your Blood, sure. Line from the North for Dark Angels. I don't know this one by Ramstein for Drakari, but sure. Show Must Go On for the Harlequins, okay. Diggy Diggy Hole for Leagues of Votan, sure. Who Let the Dogs Out for Space Wolves, Eat It for Tyranids, Rip and Tear for World Eaters, Cruel Angel Thesis for Tal, right? Spooky Scary Skeletons for Necron. Dust in the Wind. It's not mean. It's good. We got two like definitely Warhammer bands here. Bolt Thrower and I don't know, Children of the Omnici. I haven't heard this one, but yes, accurate. Fortune Stone for Adeptus or Astra Militarum. Down with the Sickness. The Richard Cheese version for Death Guard. Okay. Yeah, the joke about like Dust in the Wind is that so, you know, I was talking about every Legion having like a Armand tried really hard to fix things. Because the Thousand Sun had a curse where they would, like, turn into this kind of shit. They would get tainted by Tzeentch to the point that they would just, like, not function anymore. And then they'd have Exploding Head Syndrome. So Ahriman, being, like, an important guy in the Thousand Suns, was like, let's fix the Exploding Head Syndrome. I've got a ritual we can do. It'll fix everything. And there are definitely no ways that this could turn bad. Anyway, so they don't have Exploding Head Syndrome anymore. They just are made out of dust. Ahriman tried. It was a bad decision on his part, but he tried. The ritual turned out real bad, yeah. Most of the guys are basically just like ghosts with like the burnt dust of their soul or their body just clunking around in the armor. And then Magnus was like, what the fuck did you do? And he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's funny because it kind of exactly is a parallel to what Magnus did to the Emperor, but you know, that's a different story entirely. Yeah, Armand really thought he had it all figured out, and he did a little bit of a fucky-wucky. I like how they put their hands up as if I'm not gonna fucking shoot them. I honestly think that might be photo scanned of the Seth MacFarlane figure. They made action figures for Warhammer. They've made several, but the more recent ones. Oh no, Seth MacFarlane isn't Warhammer action figure. Was it Joy Toy? MacFarlane. So yeah, they made action figures of the guys. Here's just like a Space Marine. You got an Ogrin, Trader Guard, regular guy. Chaos Space Marine. That guy looks so shit. Like his face is so chunky. I've painted better faces than that. Holy fuck. You got your orcs. And then the early release had Necrons and then Intercessor. Wasn't there a Chaos Space Marine model? Looked almost exactly like this. Yeah, that one. It's a little bit different. But I mean, you know, basically, it's not my thing. I'd rather buy toys that I can play with, but you know. Ultramarine Blade Guard Vet. I'm literally an artist, so I could do better. I mean, yeah, they're stock, you know, done. So these are okay, you know, they're all right. They're things you can buy. Oh, right. Joy Toy is different than the MacFarlane one. They're the cheaper line with less, like, articulated bits. Which, okay, yeah, I've got the game one set up. Good. All right, that one. Excuse you? I mean, for 20 bucks, this game's okay, but it's starting to overstay its welcome a bit. The guns have good impact, they feel good to fire, but they do put you in situations where it's just like, kill this horde. And most of it's just hide and seek. There's 3 chapters? Okay, good. So it's almost over. Let me guess, purge them all? Are we doing that again? Like, where's the warning to purge them all? Some level, I mean, you know, Warhammer, like, problem. There's not a lot of scenery differences. Because, yeah, they have, like, a specific way they make their cities in order to make sure that they're all exactly the same so they can, you know, build the parts for them as needed. Sort of like how the modern military works, except for everything works that way. I'm not sure what other environments they could use. Like, tab cities are kind of where things go down. Oh, I killed that guy so hard that he didn't even split. The game is super jank, and honestly, just play on Tabletop Sim. I love the game, but it's too expensive. You're a waste of ammo. I used to play a lot of war games, but now I play the one-page rules thing. They're trying to do that with 40K for 10th edition. We'll see how that goes. I mean, 3D print models, like some of my models are from like third-party retailers, like RTLW. I've cloned bits for the sake of like, you know, using blue stuff to get extra arms and shit. If you can tell me which models it is, I'll apologize, GW. Junpei, thank you for the 34 months of support. Also, like, I don't know, the prices are just ridiculous. I wish I could say it's not, but it really fucking is. 34 months is a very long time. Oh yeah, fuck. I forgot to mention this earlier, but, you know, I was telling you guys that I was speaking to my lawyer about the whole, like, car accident thing that happened, like, 3 years ago, and the guy just now filed the fucking lawsuit to, like, get more money from the insurance. Anyway, the guy's a fucking tool. He has to be if he's doing this shit. I've only spoken to him once. Anyway, I was speaking to my lawyer, and I was like, a common question that keeps coming up is like, have you left the United States for any reason, and is that the reason that they haven't gotten back to us about like this, that, and the other? And it's like, no, and there's proof. I stream like almost every day, so like legitimately there is evidence of me being at home. And he's like, oh, you're a streamer? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I play video games. And here's how I know that he actually plays video games, by the way. He said, what games have you been streaming? I said, Dark Souls 2, and he goes, oh. Like, I've been enjoying Dark Souls 2. I think it gets a lot of undeserved hate, but that is just objectively very funny to me. Okay, I'm starting to get the vibe of how you're supposed to deal with these areas. Dark Souls 2 was the best worst game of all time. Yeah, I could see this being like a speedrun thing. Venerable Bastion. Magistrate's Bastion. The information we need is somewhere in here. All you have to do is get inside. Shouldn't be too hard. Looks like the heretics have managed it. Every weapon is affected differently by the machine spirit. What a useless sentence. Aspiring Champion's just a guy who leads a small squad of Chaos Space Marines. That's just like Sergeant in Chaos Space Marine terms. He's not like a main leader guy, but he does take care of stuff. Yeah, the best way to get shit tons of boys is just to buy them on eBay from someone who's quit the hobby. That's how I got like a majority of my boys. I think I only bought like 1 box of boys. And I have like 60-ish boys? 70? Custodes are either the cheapest or the most expensive army, depending. A majority of their line is from Forge World, which is like the super like, you know, boutique stuff. But you don't have to use them. But if you want to play competitively, you do. I kind of want to start a Custodian army, but I need to stop. I need to stop starting armies and then going out and actually playing with them. But they could be fun. But yeah, I mean, like, you can buy like a whole fucking like 30 boys on eBay for like, I don't know. I want to say I spent like less than 40 bucks. Whereas they're normally like 30 for 10. Oh, I got the original or it wasn't called Combat Patrol. It was called Get Started with Orcs box. Back before they did a price hike on it. They've done 3 price hikes since I started playing. Oh, shit. The Chaos Gods blessed him. Yeah, you just strip the paints. You put them in, was it rubbing alcohol? And that, or not rubbing alcohol, that'll melt your minis. There's a mixture you can do that, like, melts the paint off of it, and then you just, or strips the paint off, and then you just repaint them. Spray them again, paint them again. It's not a hard thing to do. You get fun gifts when the Chaos Gods think you're rad. Exactly. I think I did that with some of my boys because the paint job was fine. I love how they fall apart. That's really good. I hear someone.
I purge again. I am the wrath of the good emperor.
I would love if speedrunning somehow involves that. Like that you just need to spam it to go fast or something. It doesn't seem to increase your speed, but God, I want that to be tech. So you just start screaming things. Oh, it's a gun. Autocannon? Nah, heavy bolter. I was hoping it would be a new gun, but it was kind of in a whatever spot, so I should have expected it just to be ammo refills. Wonder if this is gonna be another fucking arena. I have some of these guys as well. Here, can I find them? Give me a second. Where did I put them? They're on a shelf somewhere. Oh, there he is. Ah. There we go. And then let's see. There we go. All right. So this is what these are, those flying things, like manta rays with mouths. Is that wife? Hi. Welcome home. I'm streaming a Warhammer game, so I'm nerding out real hard. I love you too. How are you? Okay. Who wants what? Oh. I see. Fun. I'm sorry, my love. Okay. I love you. What's that? I think so. I haven't seen him. I love you too. Oh, that's a boy. Yeah, I love my wife. Deal with him, nerd. Them, no. Yeah, I was showing them Warhammer minis. That's just the previews. That way they can... Love you. Thank you. Oh, Exalted Flamer. I opted not to make one of these because I just don't care. I still have him like half painted. 9th edition, he wasn't very good. I got the Start Collecting Zinch Demons box at like a 10-something% discount. Like, they just didn't know to update the prices for like years, so I got it at a bit of a discount. And it has Screamers, those flying guys, the Flamers. It has 3 of those. I also got some for Christmas because my wife loves me and she's cute. And then came with some blues. Basically all the demons in this game. Where did he go? I love how creepy that guy looks. That's great, man. It's a bit arena based. You kind of just go from, it reminds me a lot of the 2016 Doom, where you just kind of go for a bit and then it's like you're locked in a room, kill everything. And the arenas are a bit bleh. I'm finding myself lost half the time. Is Age of Sigmar that bad compared? I don't know. It's a bit more modern in a lot of senses. It has alternating activations, which is different from what 40k is doing. 40k does this thing where it's like you play out your whole turn. You go through all the phases, and then your opponent gets a go. In Sigmar, as far as I understand, and I haven't played the game, so I don't know. But Yeah, I figured it was going to be Exalted Flamers that I actually cared about. Terrain matters in AOS. It matters in 40k as well. I think, like, modded maps would be great for this. Okay, now that I understand that there's a specific dude in each arena that you need to kill in order to progress, that helps so much. Like, there's specific big sergeant kind of guys that you need to kill. Also, I barely have any of the guns. And apparently it's ending soon. Right? Like the game's almost over and I only have like half the guns. Can you hammerheads help me with mono, if mono demons are helpful? In 40k or Sigmar? Because in 40k we don't really know yet because Nidu Edition is coming out. Zinch has a lot of like tentacly bits and bird aesthetics. But yeah, Slanesh seems pretty solid for 9th edition, but I would just fucking wait for Mono God. $40k I'm mad about. Okay. I would say wait, because I don't know as if anyone knows the answer to that question. Leadership shenanigans seem to be a thing in 10th edition, which makes the little Night Lord part of my heart flutter. But I don't know. I would suspect that either Zinch or Slanesh are probably going to be top dog. Though Korn is getting a decent bang for his buck recently. Where's the fucking door release? Doomsday Dingo, thank you for the 11 months of support. That's very cool of you. Thank you so much. There are no rules to Warhammer painting aside from prime your models. Everything else that anyone tells you about, like, which paints to buy, what colors to use, all that shit is a fucking opinion based on something. But thin your paints, yeah, that one's good too. Thin your paints is kind of a must as well. And prime your minis. The paint literally won't stick to the model unless if you do. There's a bunch of different styles of painting Warhammer minis. There's heavy metal, which is like the box art. There's, fuck, who's the guy who has like the really cool grimdark shit? There's the button. Jesus Christ, could you have taken me that earlier? I don't know where I was looking, game. I should probably use something other than that, just in case if I need them later. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do the, I saw someone did, I want to say it was the Artel W war boss. Like, big armor war boss guy. Isn't there a shotgun model for 40k? I generally go for like the standard heavy metal, just because that's what most people do, and that's kind of what I got my first start of minis doing. So at this point, it just kind of makes sense to keep up the style rather than repainting my minis. Have you tried contrast paints at Soki? I've heard they help with that. But I have only used one contrast paint, and it's for the pink horse that I've got. Contrast is good for people with little time on their hands. Yeah. All right, again, I'm lost. What am I doing? Key required. Searching nearby okay. I mean, the purple key? I mean, I got that. Is that what you wanted? I mean, where am I gonna put it though? Contrast mini or paint is like a thinner paint that more tints the model. And so if you put it over a white primer, then it tints it that color, and then if done right, it seeps into the recesses and causes that to look shaded. So it's kind of a one and done solution ideally, but I don't know if I agree with that. Oh, I like zenithal priming, man. I think it looks neat. I don't have the patience to do it myself, but it looks neat to me. Zenithal is where you make the whole model, right? You put it all together, and then you spray the whole thing black, and then just from like the top down, you spray it white. And that way it like gets like highlights just in the areas that would be hit by direct sunlight. Zenithal, but not the slap shot method. Where the fuck am I going? It either looks really good when you zenithal highlight or real shit. One of the two. I'm not a huge fan of contrast as it looks, because a lot of people just kind of, I mean, I feel like a lot of people who use contrast are also new to painting, so like, I feel like that's part of my beef with contrast paint. I'm trying to get over that. But like, I've used it. Zenithal highlight with dry brushing, then you do it contrast paint? What the fuck? That seems so backwards. I would do the dry brush after I did it, you know, work out the details a little bit more individually if I really wanted to take it to the next level. That seems so backwards. I legit don't know where I'm going. Servitor, where am I going? Here? Awaiting orders. Same, bitch. Where are we going? Uh-huh. But where's the door? How do I leave? I'm stupid. The servitor doesn't know where it's going either. I mean, I got the purple key. I don't remember needing it anywhere. And this game doesn't really get you to backtrack, so I feel like if I'm backtracking, I'm probably going the wrong way. I'm pressing buttons to see if I can find the map key. P is pause? What the fuck? Ammo here. Yeah, thanks. I already have more than enough plasma gun ammo. I mean, I've been in here, but there's nothing to this. Like, that's it. There's a door here. I'm stupid. All right, cool, good. Let's go. Yeah, I actually kind of dig the way Zenithal priming looks just by default, but GW created a rule in 9th edition to get an extra 10 points on your score. You need to have your army fully painted, and fully painted means at least 3 colors. And the reason it did that is because people power game the fuck out of this game. At least 3 colors fucks Necrons. Silver, green, yeah, what? There were people who were like that much of a sweaty asshole that they showed up to tournaments with models that they had primed and then put 3 dots on. Like, no attempt to put any, like, paint in a spot that would make sense. They just put paint just on the mini. And they said, there you go, I did it. It's for people like that that they needed to have rules, like, you have to have 3 colors on your model. Yeah, that sucks for Necrons now you mention it. Just spawn already, asshole. Just give him red eyes, but it looks weird. None oil is a color, and I'm gonna drown this bitch in it. Yeah. I don't know. I think that if you do Necrons, no one's gonna... The Sweat Lord who goes, there's not 3 colors on your model that's fully painted. Like, anyone who says that, like, just don't play them. No one really is gonna be on your dick about that. I feel like I just wanted to circle. I'm fairly certain I did. Yes, I did. Okay, I'm not going the right way because I keep getting like... Necron official colors are green, silver, and brass. But I mean, like, what about other dynasties like Sautek and whatever? I don't know. I don't speak. There's the door. Swap the brass for their color. Sautek on these nuts. Brilliant. Painted my Nightbringer shard is entirely painted with washes. Really? What color was under that? A wash is like super watery. It just kind of drips into the edges. So I'll use like a brown that seeps into the recesses, and then I'll paint it whatever color I'm gonna paint it, then I'll paint like a brown over that. Yeah, I feel like they kind of hurt some of their like forward progress and like just general goodness of this game by constantly having me go, where the fuck are they? I want to love this game. I really do. It's not bad. It's just design decision of like, where the fuck are the enemies? And that could just be I'm dumb and bad at the game. Well, it's arena. You go from one arena to another. Well, again, like, you know, Doom. The newer Doom. That was the guy we were waiting on. A map would be very helpful. Just to tell me where I need to go. It doesn't even have to have like a go here thing. Just a map so I can see where I've been. Or like doors. Because even the original Doom had like that. Just a map that goes here where all the doors are. Excited for the new Terminator models. It's like, there's not new Chaos Terminator models. You're a loyalist. Fuck you. I don't mean that really, you know what I mean. The Nightbringer chart with washes. It's very small, so it's a little bit hard to tell. But he's the ghosty boy. He looks pretty good, man. That actually worked. I'm very anti Emperor of Mankind. Fuck that guy. I want to make some like evil custodes. I don't have a really good justification for that yet. Maybe like Shadow Keepers that they started to mess around with stuff too much. You're inside the Bastion. The corrupt owner has quite the archive here. Search the deepest recesses of this foulest place for information on the fragment's whereabouts. Search. Find information. You think I'm that kind of guy? I just really like the way the custodes look. I think that's a really banger aesthetic. Same with like Black Templars and Dark Angels. Those are some good aesthetics. Like Night Guy and Holy Warrior kind of vibes. So I'm kind of stealing some of the Holy Warrior stuff for my dudes. Whenever I make like a character model, I go real hardcore and kit bash. Yeah, I think I've kit bashed a majority of the characters for my CSM army. Base was old, white bone spray, then nightshade blue, then some old lighter blue wash. Nice. Yes, that's good. Mixing washes with other paint. Dude, once you start mixing GW paint, you start getting some really cool shit. Okay. I don't have this key, right? Yeah, okay. So I gotta find it. Wet blending is really good. I used to use a lot of like army painter stuff because like GW prices. I actually use like the equivalent of Nuln Oil or Nuln Oil, however the fuck you're supposed to pronounce it, from Army Painter. Exit located. Continue deeper. Yeah, I'm looking for the key, asshole. I guess there isn't one yet. Vallejo's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, GW doesn't have like the strict market on the paints anymore. And there's no way to say, oh, you can't use XYZ paint with our minis. So GW has to put up with it. Do I ever use Techno Dork? They look very gimmicky to me. I'm not fully convinced by them. I'm glad I'm only playing on medium. I'm dead. Oh, good. There's a platform here. They tend to clump. I just got a bad vibe when I was looking at them. They were promising too much. Use the big guns for the big guys. Boltgun's no longer my big gun. Oh, I hate it when people overdo their blood textures on their models. Where it gets like very silly. AK paints. I don't know them. People who just need to calm down with the glue and like blood for the blood god paint. Like calm down. It looks good if you don't overdo it. But most people really overdo it. Okay. Where am I going now? You're putting glitter on your Thousand Suns. Interesting. Does it work? Yeah, the blood, you can really, like, easily overdo it. Wish I could play shoot. I'm sorry. What happened to your hand? It's got controller options if that helps. Tinnitus. Or not tinnitus, but what's that called? Thing. No, that is tinnitus. Tinnitus is ringing in your ears. This is the way I came, right? Maybe not. No, it is. God damn it. I guess I'll go back this way. Yep, no, I noticed them. I'm gonna have to rebase my boys, and that's gonna suck ass. I keep not doing it. Like, I'm pretty sure if I fall down there, I die. How's the game so far? I get lost very easy. Also, I'm feeling a little nauseous. I'm gonna go get some nauseine so I don't vomit everywhere. I still have them on 25s, yeah. I could get the spacers. Mike says probably no stream today, but we'll have to do it next week on Monday. I'll be right back. Give me one sec. Gotta get some water. Did you hear Abby's little story out there? Oh yeah, no, we're gonna do a stream like Mike Rev today because we didn't yesterday, but he's doing some stuff today, so he couldn't do it. And it sounds like my wife needs a little extra support anyway, so probably for the best, honestly. She's doing stuff right now, so no real rush, but wife more important. Honestly, like, one of the reasons that I keep going and I keep doing what I do is love wife. Yeah, like, nothing bad is happening aside from y'all won't get a Mike and Rev stream tonight. Like, not real serious issues. And it sounds like he's doing something, like, important. Where the fuck do you want me to go, game? Like, I literally do not know. Like, I don't know what I need to be doing. Do I need to be over there? Is this it? Where do you want... I'm gonna check options. If there's a map in here, then this game's great. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it looks real crusty when you turn on retro mode. What? Retro palette. Pixelization. Oh, God. Hold up. Oh, yes. One piece stream. Okay. That'll probably help with some of the retro palette. Oh. Does that make it more retro or less retro? I think that makes it less retro. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, this kind of like crunchifies the like burns the color. Looks pretty shit. Accessibility, invulnerability. Oh wow, that's awesome. Invulnerability is a toggle. So like if you want to play this game, but like, you know, maybe for what, yeah, that's cool. And it doesn't like, what is safe zone? Oh, wow. I haven't seen that in a game in a while. I don't see any map. Okay. Well, I've turned down the pixelization a bit, so that way it looks better on y'all's end. Now maybe you guys can tell me where the fuck I'm going. Like, there's nothing to kill here. Bold of you to assume we know. So, like, what's going on with this? Oh, it's all weavy and wavy. That's cool. I think, yeah, it's fine to play a game with invul on. Like, whatever. Just enjoy your life. Fuck it, man. We don't live long enough to actually give a shit about these things. Why do people care? Okay, let me be clear about what just happened. This is this progress? There was one door that had a switch to get next to it, and I did not see it. That is frustrating as all get out. Man, a map would really help this game. Fuck whatever that is. Power regulator, no requisition. Okay, fine. I'm purging again. We're purging? What are we purging? Where is everyone? Hey, Snowmancer, how you doing? What's trying to kill me? Where are they? Do they know where I am? Is a 25 round bolter accurate to lore? I actually have no idea what the ammo capacity of a bolt gun is, and everyone should get on my shit about that because I should know the answer to that question. I don't. Shoot the Mechanicus symbol? Maybe? Like, back here? You mean to break this shit? I'm not talking like a hardcore map, but just a fucking clue on where I'm supposed to go would be great. Praise the Omnisci. I think baddies are spawning in this room. Just kind of standing in a place where people can find me. I'm looking for some, like, important looking enemy. The Mechanicus symbol. Shoot the Mechanicus symbol. Like, that. That didn't seem to do anything, but it was worth a go. Oh, we got a aspiring champion. 4. Whoop. Now what, nerd? Okay. I like that they spawn out of little bouncy balls, and if the bouncy ball falls off the edge, then they don't spawn. Hello? There's an enemy. That's fun. Yeah, I'm fucking lost. Like, where's the guy that I actually give a shit about in this group? Hello? Baddies? But, I don't know. I'm excited for 10th edition. Hopefully they don't fuck the whole game up, but I'm concerned, obviously. Like, morale phase stuff is fun. I just, you know, if they fuck it up wrong, then we could have some real problems. And then it just becomes like everyone runs around like a silly idiot at the game.
My love of the Imperium is matched only by my hatred.
Yeah, I kind of don't like that they did that to my Forge World biker boss that I made during COVID, which I haven't had a chance to play with yet. He's gonna be a Death Killer War Trike now. Well, there's no more running away. They just can't do things. Like, they won't be objective secured anymore if they fail the attrition test. They'll have legend rules? Yeah, that doesn't matter. Because it's not going to be supported past this edition. And a lot of tournaments won't let me use it anyway. So I'll just, like I said, make him a Death Killer War Trike, which is kind of the same thing. Just have to make a bigger base. Where did that Terminator go? That was the guy I needed to kill. Okay, cool. So we can go now? Ghost, thank you for the 3 months of support. That's very cool of you. All right, now we play the where the fuck am I going now, Boltgun. This is backwards. Was there a red door back here, you think? I don't remember, man. I thought this was purple. It's red. Okay. So the Kraken rounds are a minor upgrade to your bolt gun for a while. Like, for one magazine. After that, you're back to regular ammo again. What's this purple nonsense? What the fuck is that? Speedrunning this game is going to be entirely based on how fast you can figure out where the fuck you need to go. I like that I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at right now. This is some weird chaos magic shit. Probably bad. I wonder if there's a big demon up ahead. Excuse you? Advocate using the Medicaid. Yeah, no, thanks. I noticed. Anything? Okay. More warp shenanigans. That's really cool. By going like lower res, they can do shit like this, which is just like, I don't know what that is. And that's great for like warp tainted shit that just makes you go insane just by looking at it. You know, standard like Lovecraftian, like, oh fuck, what have we uncovered? Except for I'm a space marine, so I just run around and go. Or whatever. Okay, lore problem. My sword should do more damage than my gun against demons. Specifically, Tzeentch demons should just melt to my chainsword. I haven't seen anything but mostly Tzeentch demons, which is kind of great that they're Tzeentch demons. But there are some like nerdlings and plague toads. I haven't seen any like Xenos yet. I have no idea what like taunting does other than make you feel good. Like I said, when speedrunning of this game happens, which it could, I really hope that taunting is some sort of like weird tech that they have to use. All right, we gotta find who the real enemy is. Who's the big guy? I'm just gonna ignore everyone except for guys that are like, not you. You're not real. That's the guy. There he is. It's always going to be like a Space Marine or a Terminator or an Exalted Flamer. It's never going to be just like cultist. But not you. You die. Just fly over him pointing. I'm gonna fucking kill you. The strength thing, I know what they're going for when they do like strength 4, 5, all that jazz. Like, I get it. But I don't know if it hits the mark. You're right. This is that main room. Yeah, so we did a Metroidvania loop. All right, now where do you want me, game?
You are marked for death.
Ooh.
I am your doom.
Yeah, you did kill him. Voice actor is okay out of 10.
You invoke my ire.
How is it as a boomer shooter? Gunplay feels good. Shooties feel good. Movement feels fine. I'm confused on where I need to go constantly, and that's my biggest gripe.
Mankind demands your blood.
Like, it feels like a fan-made game as far as the voice actor is concerned. The rest of it feels very polished. I would like a map. A map would be fucking pog. Well, it's an indie game. It's not a fan game. Ah, is this it? Being able to stun lock bigger enemies is a bit silly as well. Okay, this is gonna be a cool battle arena. Like, shit will go down here, yeah? Oh, fuck. So that's a greater demon of Tzeentch. Do they not think there was enough enemy variety amongst the Tzeentch stuff? I'm just ignoring the boss for a second, clearing the ads. Have I seen the idle animation Easter egg yet? Lost to a screamer. I have not. I'm kind of glad to see Tzeentch get some fucking love. Like, Space Marine had corn demons. Darktide has Nurgle stuff. I don't recall there ever being a game where Tzeentch is the main antagonist, and he's a cool fucking enemy. No, Slaneshi. Darktide and Chaos Gate had Nurgle. I mean, Nurgle's like an easy enemy. You've already played a game with zombies in it. What if that? You gotta be a little bit more creative with like Korn and or Slanesh and Tzeentch. And like the random blobs of purple were pretty good for representing Tzeentch. Like, what the fuck is that? What is this? States sue telecom companies over billions of robocalls. Yes, fuck yeah. Someone doing something. Who started this? Bipartisan anti-robocall multi-state litigation task force. Thank God someone is doing something. Is Rogue Trader out? The video game? I don't think so. Small win. The US government does something aside from bickering with each other and becoming old. Oh, he's doing like a fire attack at me too. So I have to keep moving. Else he's just gonna like kill me. God, I cannot do enough damage to this guy. This is my only like strength 7 gun I've got. This could have very easily been changed with like, instead of doing the toughness thing, just say what the gun's purpose is. You know, anti-tank, anti-infantry, you know, special arms or heavy or elite or whatever you want to call it. I'm dead. They've been talking about doing something about it forever. True. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the screamers, then I'll worry about him. Everyone else I can probably ignore. And the Terminator, probably, when I see him. Shotgun's looking a little silly. Yeah. And it looked very 40k though, just brick of gun. Is that not hitting him? Oh, it is. It's just doing fuck all in damage. Great. I mean, yeah, I think Thousand Suns, Rubric Marines, and stuff like that could have been more interesting, especially just watching dust fly out of them, but they want to have blood, because gamers know blood. They understand that. They'll be like, why is he coming? And that's a good question. But I mean, other Chaos factions do worship the Chaos Gods, aside from just the ones that are dedicated to them. It's just their main jam. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can find some health. I think the motion in this game also gives me motion sickness. I think that's why I'm feeling barfy. This is really it as far as health, isn't it? Hmm. Like, it's giving me a heavy bolt gun here as if that's the correct play, but it makes me move slower. Wanted to get a Lord of Change model. They're cool as shit, but they're way too expensive. There we go. Sanctum Magistrorum. Is there no end to the heresy that pervades this place? The information we seek must be within the very walls themselves to turn against us. Find out what we need before chaos claims it. Even bigger boss fight? Just go through the warp, my dude. Yeah, part of this is in the warp. That seems super unsafe for me to be here. Very zen, the, you know, place in Half-Life, not. Well, who would have fucking guessed? It's crawling with fucking demons. So here's a fun fact. The Nether from Minecraft is heavily based on the warp from Warhammer. Functionally, it works the same way. It allows you to travel great distances very quickly with the minor risk of being demonically possessed or dying. As long as you put your Gellerfield's condom on, you'll be fine. Do their beds explode too? You know, I don't think anyone tries to sleep in the warp. Especially not psychers, because they already, like, see wizard shit all the time. They already see, like, demonic manifestations all of the time. Then you go straight to hell. And unsurprisingly, fucks up their day even more. You generally keep the blinds shut when you go through the warp, because, yeah, it's bad news bears. Kind of want to see what happens if I just stay still, because someone said there's an Easter egg for that. Unfortunately, we have to kill some enemies first. That's cool. I'm just gonna look up so I can see if there's anything up there. Looks like I'm safe for now. Memory banks initiating recall. High-pitched screaming. Just sitting there reading the Codex Astartes. It's cute. So I'm not locked in here, so I don't have to actually fight any of this garbage. Robute Gilman, or Robo Girly Man, or however you want to pronounce his name. Robo Girly Man, I think, is my favorite way of pronouncing his name. Anyway, he came up with the Codex Astartes. It's basically just a template on how Marines are supposed to act. There are some chapters that don't follow it, that are still loyalists, and but generally speaking, it's just like this is how you do war. No, the fuck you didn't. Then they realized limiting chapters to just 1,000 Marines is a bad idea. Yeah. But Robo Girly Man wrote it, so we got to do it. There is a planet of orcs in the warp that Korn just keeps reviving because he thinks they're funny. Basically, why fight a guy once if you could fight him forever? And if your entire thing is about fighting and war and martial prowess, guys who just want to beat your ass are a great person to, like, bring back repetitively. I bet you some speed tech is going to involve flamers or screamers of Zinch, and then like using that to get up the platforms you're not supposed to. I bet you that's going to be speed riding tech, just because it's so efficient. You can probably get some real height. Is it possible to kill a Warhammer god? Functionally, no. All the gods are manifestations of, like, basic desires of the living beings of the universe. Like, you know, not dying is Nurgle's thing. So if you could just, like, have everyone just be okay with living or dying, like, whatever happens, happens, because he's also kind of the god of death as well, then that's great. You'd also have to stop war in order to stop Khorne, which, it's called Warhammer. And then, Slaanesh, you basically just have to have everyone be super chaste and pure and have no desire to perfect anything ever. But if you do that, and then you take Necron technology and you zap the demons with them, then you're good. I don't know enough about Sigmar lore to be able to tell you what's going on there. No suggestion at the time. Sure, you'd never had any suggestion. Any excess, not just sex, but, you know, all excesses of the flesh. Or just excesses. Isn't chaos mostly Necron's fault anyway? Not really. Oh, Jesus, fuck, what? Uh-oh. It's kind of Eldar's fault. I'm not pressing anything. The screamer was just pushing me back through the thing. Which chaos god says trans rights? Anyone who says Slaanesh gets banned. Khorne doesn't care from whence the blood flows as long as the blood flows. In other words, like, whatever, as long as you kill people. Why is Slaanesh a bad choice? The god of, like, sexual kinks and deviancy? People will be like, oh, I painted my guy's pride colors. They'll be like, oh, there's already a chapter for that. Just be, you know. That's why it's bad. It's the implication that, like, being trans or being gay or whatever is just like a sex thing and not just like a way people are. Man, this is not helping the nausea. All right. Eldar, I mean, they did the thing that every single fucking elf in every fucking anything ever does, and they just like fuck around and get high up on their high horses, and then, oh no, hoisted by my own petard. Yeah, if I play much longer, I might vom. Zinch would be fine with trans rights as long as it served him in some way. Nurgle, you're alive, so I guess that's okay. If you're trans, you could fit so many viruses in you. Like a regular human. Like every human. You could fit a lot of fucking demons in there. Yeah, the God of Change might have something to do with, like, transitioning. You're right. I mean, yeah, the God Emperor would probably be fine with trans rights. It's the 41st millennium. Like, we've kind of gotten past that bigotry at this point, I would say. And they're I mean, like, to be a space marine is to be, like, implanted with multiple extra organs. You think that you can't just, like, slap a dick on there while you're at it? Like, fuck it, man. With all the bigotry that exists in the... I mean, like, honestly, is someone being trans the biggest fucking worry that you've got when demons exist? I'm so confused. Where am I fucking going? Oh, yeah, you can be female to male. What? What even killed me? Like, if you're... I guess female to male... Trans men are fine with the God Emperor. Trans women are not because he's sexist. Where am I going? I mean, he's consistent, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm done. Let's just save and quit it. I'm gonna vomit if I go any longer. Oh, God. All in all, seems fine, but I don't know. It's okay. It's an okay game. It's a cool game. I wish that I had a map and knew where the fuck I was going. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go vomit now.